there was 500 Jews in that community that have a university. And we're patting each other on the back for having an elementary school. And we're tens of thousands. We're snail's pace. Whereas our leaders were the finest proactive leaders. Did we give back to the community? Did we establish the ni'mah Allah gave us? We talk about being green. What does being green? Mean be eco-conscious. Don't do asraf. Don't be one who wastes. Allah says, Kulu washrabu wa la tusrifu innahu la yuhibbul musrifin. Eat, drink, but don't overdo it. God doesn't like those who overdo it. This principle, in my opinion, is the solution to diets. The $100 billion diet business doesn't work. This one works. Kulu washrabu wa la tusrifu innahu la yuhibbul musrifin. It's the best formula for diet. It's the best formula for abstinence. It's the best formula for balance. وَأَقِيمُوا الْوَزْنَ بِالْقِسْطِ وَلَا تُخْسِرُوا الْمِيزَانَ. Maintain the balance, don't tip it. It's all, that's what life is about. What about my balance as a Muslim in a proactive way to do something? So you and I may be thinking, but brother, I don't have any talents. What can I do? I've been thinking, but I don't know. You know, what do I write a poem? Do I go on Twitter and do something? Do it. Because when you continue to do it, Allah starts opening the door for you and tells you, okay, did you see the results here? Now do this. Did you see this? Now do that. There's a brother right now putting together a very nice blog site where he's taking all the news out there, just like what Noam Chomsky does, as a Muslim, and he is an expert in media, and he's collecting it and boiling down very simplified data points as to what the media really is saying. We don't have such. This is think tank idea. An idea of being a think tank. Let me show you what's really percolating in society. See, it's a positive move. It's a one-person deal, but he's already doing it. He's sending me blogs. He says, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I said, bravo. He doesn't work in media. He's working somewhere else. He said, but brother, I have too much free time. I need to do something for Allah. I told you, some of you may have heard, there's a brother in California, medical doctor, emergency room medicine, loves emergency medicine. He's in charge of the emergency medical center in California, in LA. Every year, twice a year, he goes to Karbala. Karbala, twice a year. When asked why you go to Karbala, he said, I'm going to prepare emergency room medicine in Iraq. You know, Iraq does not have emergency medical procedures. There's no ER in the hospitals in Iraq. He says people get blown up, IEDs constant, 3 o'clock in the morning, families are coming with bombs, you know, having blown up in there. You need emergency. It's a specialization. He says Iraq, as rich as it is in its oil revenues, does not have emergency medicine. Now you would think that people will get together and figure out emergency medicine, but maybe they're inundated with war so much they have no time. So here's a brother in California who has the time and the money, and he spends his own money and goes all the way down to Iraq, and he's been establishing emergency medical procedures. And when I asked him, why are you doing this, besides the philanthropy, the good thing, he says, I am preparing for Imam Mahdi والسلام, that when he reappears, he can use this to his benefit to establish Islam. That's proactivity. That's the type of the vision the one Imam Ali grabs that, you see? He's not hesitating, he grabs the banner and he runs to the front lines and he's not waiting. So I implore us all, please, let's not wait. When you come to these conferences and you listen to every presentation, ask yourself, what did I learn from this thing and how can I connect it positively so that next year when I come to this conference, I have something tangible, cohesive, that's in momentum, doing something for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because we don't know on which land we will die. And you and I will be surprised. People ask me, brother, all these projects you're doing look simple, not to you to, I've got a few more minutes left. But when we started the camp 25 years ago, we took kids. When I left my university, I cried. I said, Allah, I grew up in New York. You moved me from Africa to America to New York. You brought me here with intact parents who protected me from sin. That I could have been a drug dealer, I could have been a drug addict, I could have done many haram things. New York City of all the places. You protected me. Then you sent me to the university to get educated. So many possible deaths I avoided. You protected me. You guided me. You taught me. My God, how much can I pay you back? I'm not a statistic. You and I are not a statistic. 7.5 billion people, you and I are not a probability to be here in this conference tonight or today. You and I were chosen. Allah has chosen us, and He's going to hold you and me liable on Judgment Day. I'm just speaking from experience. That I said, oh Allah, I want to pay you back even 1%. So I'll never pay you back, ever. If I worship you and I serve you forever, I won't even scratch the surface of the mercy you've given me. So we took a group of youth who never prayed. We said, come on, we will teach you Islam. How? Preaching to them? No. Let's be role models. Let's be their friends. These little children, they need role models. They need to look up to somebody. What do they do on weekends? They got nothing else to do. Then at least, that time, we didn't have the technology we have today. Today, kids have access to the worst things possible in seconds. How do we protect them? When paralysis on, inshallah, Imam Mahdi will fix it. When he comes. Allah is asking you and me, what stopped you from fixing it? When we took those kids skiing the first year, I remember, because I'm a skier, took them skiing, I got letters from youth who I never saw in my life before. They said, brother, I never prayed before, I never fasted, I had no idea what Islam is. I fell in love with Islam, and I'm never going to give up Islam. A letter. This was a letter from Allah to me. A boy wrote it, but I knew Allah was talking to me. This boy wrote a 2-page letter. I just saw him. He's a surgeon today, married with 2 kids, surgeon. He's still full of deen, maintaining his salah, sending his children to Islamic school, and saying, subhanAllah, this boy didn't even pray before. All it took was that one experience on the ski slope. He fell in love with Allah. He said, I'll never give it up. We didn't have to go give him chocolates, money, nothing. We just had to resonate Islam. It grew, that we started doing camps. And every time I get letters and notes from people, brother, my life has changed. Allah says, did you see this? You keep doing it. It came to a point post 9/11, we were not even getting camps. They were not giving it to us because we were Muslims. It was a calling from Allah. Allah says, now have your own. Buy it. Camp, even ISNA, which is the largest Sunni group in America, could not purchase it. We went ahead and we purchased it. Why? We're not big persons. We're not thinking about millions of dollars. We don't have money. Allah says, take a step, I will help you. إِن يَنْصُرْكُمُ اللَّهُ فَلَا غَالِبَ لَكُمْ وَإِن يَخْذُلْكُمْ فَمَنْ ذَا الَّذِي يَنْصُرُكُم مِّن بَعْدِ. When God helps you, no one can defeat you. And if He doesn't help you, who else is there to help you? Allah says. وَإِن يَخْذُلْكُمْ فَمَنْ ذَا الَّذِي يَنْصُرُكُم مِّن بَعْدِ. Today we have a $10 million camp. And we don't owe a dime to anyone.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
I'm going to conclude that just a simple, I'm a very small person in society, and I speak with my heart. We took a step, and we were capable of building a $10 million institution that generates $500,000 a year in revenue that goes towards the education of the next generation. It goes towards orphanages around the world. It goes towards so many projects, including interest-free loans, where we're working now to eliminate student loans, because to me, that's a scam. We need to eliminate these things. We're sitting with a lot of wealth. Are we thinking of putting our pools together and saying, let us give a little loan to Allah? مَنْ ذَا الَّذِي يُقْرِضُ اللَّهَ قَرْضًا حَسَنًا? How many of us are willing to give a little loan to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And say, oh Allah, my $1 solved the problem of many of our next generations. Do we do those things? So I end with this. Let us be proactive. In Surah Al-Hajj, verse number 78, Allah says, وَجَاهِدُوا فِي اللَّهِ حَقَّ جِهَادِهِ هُوَ اجْتَبَاكُمْ وَمَا جَعَلَ عَلَيْكُمْ فِي الدِّينِ مِنْ حَرَجٍ مِلَّةَ أَبِيكُمْ إِبْرَاهِيمَ هُوَ سَمَّاكُمُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِ وَفِي هَذَا لِيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ شَهِيدًا عَلَيْكُمْ وَتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ فَأَقِيمُوا الصَّلَاةَ وَآتُوا الزَّكَاةَ وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِاللَّهِ وَمَوْلَاكُمْ فَنِعْمَ الْمَوْلَى وَنِعْمَ النَّصِيرُ. Here, I'm just going to take it 30 seconds. You and I are witnesses over the people. Let me translate. Allah says, strive hard in the way of Allah, such a striving that is due to Him. He has chosen you. He has not laid upon you any hardship in religion. The faith of your father Ibrahim, He named you Muslims before and in this, that the messenger may, listen to this part, the messenger may be a bearer of witness to you, and you may be a bearer of witness to the people. We are not spectators in Islam. We're not in a Colosseum watching the Imams and the Prophets do Allah's work. We are in the Colosseum, and the only spectator is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The one watching us, Wallahu basirun bima ta'malun. He says, witness to the people, therefore keep up prayer, pay the poor rate, hold fast by Allah. He is your guardian. How excellent is the guardian, and how excellent the helper. You and I are in with the prophets and the Imams, and you and I better be doing their work, or else Allah will hold us liable. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته.
اللهم